sorry for my English. I'm not really a good English speaker person, so...
You can in Polish.
Może na ukraiński, якщо дозволите. So I will try. Yes, of course we can use different languages maybe and just try to... If you don't understand something, just don't hesitate, ask me. Because, yeah. And just to take the track. Okay. I want to say to Krzysztof big thanks because he proposed me to be here, and I'm really happy to stay here with you. It's a big honor for me, and of course I can say no also because Chris really helped a lot us Ukrainians and all Polish people also help us, all your country. So at the beginning I just want to say what we are really appreciate and my personal thanks for each of you because you help us in the most dark and bloody time right now. So thank you very much. And now let's talk a little bit about board games. Yeah. I like board games. As you, maybe, maybe less, because it's a long time I connected to board games and it was different times in my life, and now I'm also working in big company. I never expected, but it's like that. And I have experience of my own company, big company, blah blah, lot of things. And I have my vision. I think I will say a lot of things, but you already know. Because all of you are professionals. And sometimes I just want to say sorry, because I can't say maybe something really new. It's more will be my thoughts, what I want to share with you, and to hear your opinion about that. Also because I'm unprepared about this, because I prefer to have this sort of conversation more. And I think our industry in a good shape, and we will have a great time soon. It became even more and more great than now. I think we are at the beginning of the big journey. And of course it's connected to the emotions, because emotions is, you know, some sort of the thing what basically everybody wants to have during playing the games, and each author image people, their behavior, what we feel during playing your game, for example. Yes, and it's very good focus to understand what you want to do and what kind of pleasure you want to share with your friends. Yeah, because basically I think for me we don't sell carton boxes, we sell emotions, we sell a good time, and I think every part of industry, entertainment industry, try to do that. And with board games we have a great advantage. We have communication, because in the modern time we see what we less and less can stay together because of the modern technology, and also after the COVID we have a new practice. We don't want anymore to go to, not all of us, but we see like how industry reacts. For example, movies. A lot of people prefer to watch movies at home, not to go to the cinema. And industry reacts. Now we have all these streaming services like Netflix, etc. They prefer maybe sometimes do a new movie, a new premiere, not in the cinema, just on their own services. But board games have this super cool thing, what is connected with, we need real communication, we need real people. Yeah, movie is only you and screen, and that's all. Video game is the same. Yeah, sometimes you have your we are partners during like multiplayer games, but it's not the same with board games because it's really connected to the emotions. We need to have these feelings, and we need to see each other. So, of course, that's why I think a lot of us trying to have a bigger amount of players, because I'm before I was a hardcore player. I like heavy Euro games, big games and etc. I still love to have them on my shelf, but because I can't play with a lot of people who I know, and I think it's a normal move because each subculture, if the subculture can produce a good product, became a pop culture. And I think we at the beginning of this stage, when board games became popular. Yeah, sometimes we can feel jealousy, like music. Now you can see Metallica, like a mainstream music group, or I don't know, punk rock. It's not more that punk rock what I know, what I liked before, but it's okay. It's good, but more people can join. And the same with board games. Before, I have this, and I think a lot of us, we have this, what is your hobby? What are you doing? And you start try to describe, and it's not easy. And now, yeah, maybe not with older people, but with young people, it's not a big deal. I just play board games. Oh, I also play board games. And before it was like, board games? Ah, you play with your children. It's so cute. No, I play with my friends. How old are your friends? And I think, yeah, we start to break that pattern in the people's mind. Because people try something, they buy a game maybe, or somebody gives them a game, and they understand what is cool. It's not, because it was some sort of stigma, what board games, the board games have this feeling that it's something really niche for strange people. And we are not strange. We are just board gamers. And of course, it will be a step when we need to maybe forget some genres. I miss that time when we have big games. Yeah? Right now, the market asks us to do a good game, but in smaller format, in the meaning of time, number of players, maybe, or it must be from 1 to 99, for example, yes? Because we need to play with everybody. And I think it's okay, it's good. For example, I really like King Domino. It's a really cool game, and I can play with my hardcore gamers, and I can play with my daughter and with any other friends. Because it's not exist like bad game or good game. Yes, of course, we can be like professionals and say, oh, it's not so innovative. And yeah, during sourcing, we try to find something new. But sometimes people don't need that. They just, for normal people, yeah, for them it's just, it's fun. Fun or not fun. And I still sometimes wonder how people can have fun playing Monopoly, for example, or any other really old game, but they have, and the market shows us that. So, yeah, you see, I try to, I would say, talk in general, but it's all the thoughts what I have all the time, because exists also a cures to produce a game for nobody. Yeah, I think each of us can have this fear inside when we start to do new game, or when we try to finalize the process. We start to think, but when you try to catch the feeling, the base instrument for that it's yourself. And during the playtest, you can lose I would say motivation, because you play a lot with the same people, and even with new testers, you don't have this feeling. And of course, more and more you play, maybe your personal taste is it's changed, because you want to have maybe less rules, but you still want to have a deep game. And market is still very niche, in some sort. We have this separation between like gamers market and casual market. And for me now, I more prefer something in between. I prefer the mix of both ways. I want to have short rules, but deep strategies and everything. And sometimes it can be like bad decision, because maybe not too many people play it as much as me. Yeah, so it's also the way how we need to test the games to catch right feelings, because feelings is as I said, for me is really most important component inside the box. The people try to buy that. So also to talk about industry now, what I saw, what we have a really huge success during the COVID, yes, and now last year wasn't as good as before, as like 2 or 3 years ago. The market is goes down, and for each like evergreen game. But it's normal. It's not we don't need to scare that, because it just returns to the level of before COVID. Because yeah, when you're sitting at home and you can't go with your friends, you start to searching for a new hobby or the way how to spend the time. Oh, so you start to buy board games, but in the same time, it's a good sign. It's not goes too much down. It's returned on the level before COVID, and it means what I think the next 5 years will be really great. And also because we see what now. Yeah, I'm 42. I'm old for myself, but I still sometimes feel feeling what I'm 15. But the new generation is a generation of gamers, because now games became a really big part of our culture. You see now a lot of movies, literature came from video games, and the modern generation, for them it's normal part of life. The same was with video games. 20 years ago, video games was something strange, not for everybody. Yeah, of course, people try to buy games for kids, like Nintendo, Sega, and something else. But now it's became mainstream. I think the same will wait for our industry. So that's why I think what we need not to be afraid of that, and keep doing what you like, because in any way, if we don't have this motivation to play the game what we do, I think it's wrong way. Yes, because first of all, as I try to do something, I try to do something for myself, because it's cool. Yeah. And in the same in the some levels, you understand what maybe development process is also as cool as playing, sometimes even more. And I think this creative part is really important. Yeah, now there are a lot of games each year, but it's not a bad sign. It's not mean what, oh, now it's so hard to do a good game and to have money to live. Yeah, it just mean what the industry is developed, and it also helps you to do good games. because you have so many people who can inspire you. So good games. So in general, maybe it's everything what I wanted to say. And if you will have some question, I will be happy to talk with you, because I prefer to this kind of communication. So thank you very much.